time to really find out how powerful the latest Qualcomm Snapdragon 8 Elite chip is. Here in the Xiaomi 15 Snapdragon 8 Elite built on the 3nm process, guys. Here down below, the latest offering from Samsung, the mighty Samsung Galaxy S24 Ultra awaiting its fate based on One UI 7, hopefully very soon, using Qualcomm Snapdragon 8 Gen 3, again a crazy good chip, or at least a crazy powerful and very hungry. And down below, the one and only true legend, the Samsung Galaxy S23 Ultra. Now guys, in this video, I'm gonna play God of War 2 for PlayStation 2 using emulation on all these three phones. And the idea is, contrary to some other videos, this time I'm gonna start with the very highest available settings, which means that I'm not gonna start the usual way with 2x native resolution, because we kind of know that these phones can handle this. This time I'm gonna start with using directly 8x native resolution for the upscale multiplier. What this means is that all these three phones will run the God of War 2, and instead of using the native PS2 resolution, it's going to be upscaled 8 times, which is crazy insane. Also, all three of them are going to use a stretch field screen function for your viewing pleasure, and it's absolutely the same settings everywhere. And I'm also using OpenGL everywhere because specifically for this game I have better performance with OpenGL versus Vulkan. Also, very important, I'm going to display here some very important information such as the FPS, and also the resolution, the CPU usage, and also the GPU usage everywhere for your viewing pleasure. So before I start a test, of course, I'm going to take some baseline temps, 28.3 for the Xiaomi 15 with the 8 Elite chip, 28.8 for the S24 Ultra, and 27, the coolest one, the legend S23 Ultra. So now, without any further ado, I'm gonna be starting the game, and also very important, all three phones are using cases. So remember guys, the idea really is to start directly with 8x native resolution upscaled, and then, yeah, for us to just see what is gonna happen. All right. Here you have the frame rate and also the refresh rate, 35 for the Xiaomi 15, 26 for the S24 Ultra, and 20 for the S23 Ultra. Wow. Alright, guys, I'm gonna stop now the Xiaomi 15 and the S24 Ultra, and I'm gonna try to play this directly on the S23 Ultra. As you can see here, it is not really playable, the sound is garbled, and we have even below 20 FPS. Yes, the game runs, it's using this 8x native PS2 resolution that is crazy, 4096 by 3584, but we do just get like 15 to 18 FPS. Now, what we're gonna do, we're gonna try the same, but on the S24 Ultra. Alright. S24 Ultra, we can see we have at least like 5 to 6 frames per second more. Alright. So it's just a tiny bit better. All right, let me try to do some jumps here. I can jump with 25 FPS. Let's see here. If I try to jump, it's gonna be below 21 FPS. But it's bad, it's definitely worse. So already an improvement from 8 Gen 2 to 8 Gen 3. And this improvement alone in the emulation, in this particular case, is something like 5 to 6 frames per second. And now guys, the Snapdragon 8 Elite on the Xiaomi 15. Let's see what happens here. Hey, oh my god. The very same crazy resolution, 4096 by 3584. It's still below 30 FPS. And now, oh my god, it dropped below 20 FPS. But in general, it's much more playable. And we do achieve like almost all the time more than 20 FPS. And I'm gonna run this in the same time. It's gonna go really loud and crazy, so that you can see what happens. 23 FPS here, 18 here, and 31 here, guys. All right. Now I'm gonna try to execute the very same movements. Sometimes the S23 Ultra can even get to 20 FPS. The S24 Ultra stably maintains more than 24 FPS, and we can see that the Snapdragon 8 Elite can go up to 30 FPS, which isn't that bad at all, guys. And now I'm going to slowly reduce the resolution and see where we have the sweet spots. Remember, we started with 8x native resolution. Let's now go and do 7 everywhere. And I'm also going to restart the game from the very same location. And I'm really thrilled to see what is gonna happen. Restart in 3, 2, 1. Let's do this. And now let's restart the game in 3, 2, 1. Let's do this. 24 here, 35 here, 42 here. All right, let's try to see how it goes. I'm gonna stop this, guys. We're gonna start again with the legendary S23 Ultra. Now 7x, the resolution is 3584 by 3136. Again, it's really crazy. This is even more than 4K, if you imagine. 25, guys, 25, 24 is the FPS. Let's now go to the 8 Gen 3 in the S24 Ultra. It's slightly higher, no, but 5-6 frames per second more. And we do have, at least in this part of the game, between 25 and 31. Alright. Yeah, but it's not 30 stable, it falls to 22, you can see what happens. And now, let's check the Snapdragon 8 Elite in the Xiaomi 15. This is the smallest phone, but apparently the most powerful from these three. Let's see what happens here. Woo! Oh my god. I would say here we have between 31 to 40 something. And one might think that this is almost like playable on 7x native PS2 resolution. Occasional drops to 27 FPS. Now let's run all two of them. We have 25 here on the S23 Ultra, 32 on the S24 Ultra that drops sometimes also below 20. And we have the highest resolution here on the Snapdragon 8 Elite. Honestly, guys, this was expected. You know, it's not a miracle. So it seems that consistently we are getting higher frames with the better spec chip. So the S23 Ultra sadly uses the lowest FPS. The S24 Ultra tiny bit better with sometimes like 5 to 10 FPS versus the S23 and the Xiaomi 15. Smallest phone, probably worst cooling from these three. With the thickest case, just destroying them. And now, guys, I'm going to repeat the test, but I'm going to use 6x native. 6x native. Let's restart in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Oh my god, starting at 60 here, crazy. This is the 6x native resolution, guys, 3072 by 2688. It is absolutely crazy. This is a very, very high resolution, I can tell you for sure. We do have like between 45 to sometimes even touching up the 60 FPS on the 8 Elite, but more like 50. On the S24 Ultra with the 8 Gen 3, 3541. And on the S23 Ultra, we do have the lowest one, which is like 23 to 35. That makes sense. Now let's just use the S23 Ultra. 26 to 31, you can see. And I'm trying to perform all the nice moves and jump and do the hard hits here. And we can see it's averaging like between 31 and 32 FPS. This isn't that bad. This isn't that bad. So this is the 8 Gen 2, 28 to 32 FPS. Now let's check the 8 Gen 3. I would say slightly higher. And this is of course to be expected. We do have 38, sometimes also falling below 13. Let's see, can I jump? Yeah, I can jump what, like with 40 frames per second. That's not bad at all. And now let's check the 8 Elite. Jumping like a boss with 50 FPS. Alright. Okay, doing the combo hits, jumping again. It's absolutely more playable. If you want to enjoy a crazy resolution and you're okay with like 30 to 45, sometimes 50 FPS, that's your thing, guys. but it's very obvious how superior the 8 Elite with the latest Adreno is. Now what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna start only jumping on all of them. Alright, let's jump, let's jump, let's jump. Now you can see even with this, we have steadily higher FPS on the 8 Elite. It's the same area of the game, but just another scene. Let's just try to complete it. You can see sometimes it's a bit problematic for the S23 Ultra. Yeah, 25, even sometimes 19 FPS. It isn't great, guys. Let me try to jump. Even when I'm jumping, 33. 8 Gen 3, just a tiny bit better, I would say. Sometimes even touching like the 40 FPS. Alright, jumping at least with like 39 FPS. It ended bad. But the 8 Elite is just doing wonders with this resolution. You can see. Yeah. Like steadily more than 40 FPS, which is kind of playable according to at least the old standards. Now everybody want to get like 60 FPS, I'm not sure, 120 FPS. But this is very, very playable. And of course sometimes it does drop below the 40 FPS. But in general, I would say it's absolutely crazy, guys. And before I drop off the video, let's do a temp measurement. 45 for the Xiaomi 15, again, smallest phone, probably worth cooling here. 39 like a boss with the S24 Ultra. 38 absolute champion, the Samsung Galaxy S23 Ultra. But guys, also take a look, I'm using a plastic case here. That's the real stuff. It's DuPont carbon fiber by Banks, and here I do have the standard case by Xiaomi. But again, this phone is running the hottest. Now guys, if you enjoy videos like this, you might as well check the Car X and Genshin Impact test that I did with the Xiaomi 15 and the Snapdragon 8 Elite. And guys, let the force be with you. Go and watch some other videos. Thank you so much. Stay safe, VST over, and bye.